Okay, you're live.
Alright. What's up? We're playing Mario Odyssey, and here we go. No further introduction. Right away, the game's in Japanese, because there's fewer text boxes, so we get through dialogue faster. There's not much dialogue, though. Luckily, we can skip most cutscenes. But yeah, Mario's moveset in this game is pretty standard. Just normal triple jumps, long jumps. And then he's also got a roll he can do. And then you've got Cappy in this game, which allows you to bounce off him and capture enemies. But yeah, we're just gonna roll away. Rolling's generally the fastest way to get around in this game for long distance. Let's get through this door. And now we're gonna have our first capture. So we're gonna capture little Froggy over there. And here we are. And then we're gonna do something called frog vectoring here. Basically, if you're jumping at an angle after jumping straight, you get more momentum and jump faster and further. And we're done with the frog. Never see him again. Alright, we're gonna try left side here. Hopefully I can land this. It's a bit of a tricky jump. And we did. That's fine. First boss, topper. Pretty easy. Nothing fancy there. Alright, now during this cutscene we're gonna buffer a jump so that we can get on this lightning rod that's gonna appear. Like that. And that just makes sure that our hat goes to the lightning rod instead of going to the coins. So basically, whenever you throw your hat, you can use motion control to make it home in on the closest thing. And sometimes he gets confused. So by jumping up, we can avoid not capturing it on accident. Skip some more cutscenes. Just gonna break this, skip this first moon. In older versions of the game, you can skip this moon. And the current version, you cannot. So we got to sit through this cutscene. Unfortunately, this one is not skippable. That one is, though. But yeah, in a nutshell, the speedrun's just maintaining momentum and rolling everywhere. We have a fun capture here. And we're gonna get up there to the bunny lady. Normally you have to go around and through this 2D section. We're just gonna skip it and mess it up. Yeah, we're just gonna hop with this trampoline. And we're up. Almost all the bosses in this game can be cheesed, so they don't really get the chance to do anything. So if we just position ourselves right. She doesn't get a chance. Normally she would move and chase after me. Not today. But yeah, whenever you defeat a boss, you get 3 moons instead of 1. So usually, it's worth defeating the boss in each kingdom. Not all the time. but in this case it is. In the top left in a second, you'll see that there's these little like circle outlines that shows how many moons that I need to move on to the next level. So for this one we do 5, so we've got 4. So we're just gonna grab a real quick one, and then we'll be on our way. Yeah, she does have a bit of a violent death, but that's okay. This is the other unskippable cutscene that we have to sit through at the end of every kingdom. It's not too bad, but it is good, like 15-20 seconds. Up next we got sand. And, this is where the game really starts to open up. This kingdom's really big. And there's just kind of moons all over the place. Unlike most 3D Mario games, the moons in this game are just kind of there. You don't have to work very hard for most of them. Okay, so during this little dialogue here, I'm gonna buffer a spin put. And we didn't get it. That's fine. We'll have other chances in this kingdom. But basically, during cutscenes or moon grabs or anything, oh jeez. You can buffer spin jumps, which allows us to do it immediately once the cutscene ends. And then we can spin pound and get momentum right off the bat. It doesn't save much time, but it does save some. There's a lot of moons just hidden underground in this kingdom. Just gotta pound them. Yeah, so there's a spin pound. Unfortunately, we cannot do Sphinx skip because of my version of the game. They patched it. In previous versions, you'll see in a second, we'll get there, and completely messed that up. We're gonna manipulate this bullet bill to make sure it doesn't crash. It should be good. Yeah, so we're just gonna bring it over here. One more spin pound here if we can. Cool. So this next moon, I'm going to position the camera to be facing a certain direction. So whenever you capture a moon, Mario faces the camera. So that just lets us dive right away to be going the right direction. And here's a Sphinx. In older versions of the game, you can just clip through his back and get to where I need to go. But I have to talk to him to get him to move. We do need to gather those coins there. You can actually buy moons in this game, and we're gonna buy 2. They're 100 coins a pop. So we'll be getting the rest of the coins shortly. Next we've got a wall jump off that little building there. If I mess it up, I do die, but it's pretty easy. Whoops. We tap that other chest to get 50 more coins, and that'll pretty much get us to what we need to be. Okay, just get our last 2 minutes here and we'll be out of here. Hopefully I can hit this bird. Alright, cool. Sometimes he can give you the slip. But you can actually fast travel in this game, so we can just warp right back to where we need to go. And we're done here. You'll notice we didn't do a boss in this kingdom, so there will be a little cutscene of them flying away, just because we chose to ignore them. But yeah, at the end of the next kingdom, the bid war will be done, and I'll be able to change Mario's outfit with Amiibo. So unfortunately, I just have the Luigi and Waluigi Amiibos, so those are our choices for outfits. Right now I believe Waluigi's winning.
Yep, currently it's still Waluigi at $6 and Luigi at $5. So if you want to change that, you just have a little bit left.
This kingdom's nice and short. Yeah, we're gonna vault off our hat here. That gives us a little extra height. And then hopefully we can time this double jump. Alright, cool. So with the Cheep Cheep, you can do these little spins, and they don't actually make you go faster, but they do make you change your elevation faster. So I need to go down here, so I should spin for this. And then you can also do a little spin attack, spawn that.
So I'm just going to jump in with a donation here quickly.
Yeah, go ahead.
It looks like we have a $100 donation from TrickCL that just says, "You got a moon of Ohio."
Wow.
Thank you very much for that. It looks like the donation was put towards the Super Mario All-Stars bid war, which is towards the end of the marathon on Sunday, but has a $400 goal. So that's now 103 out of 400 there. So thank you very much for the donation.
So I just mossed up the easiest boss in the game, but no biggie.
You can blame the donation rating.
Yep, it threw me off my game. Now if you do get hurt in this game, normally when you get a moon it heals you and it plays a little 2-second animation that loses time. Luckily, when you get a grand moon it skips that animation, so we didn't lose too much time there. But yep, this will port us back, and we'll grab a little costume change in the Waluigi and get on to the normal run. This guy's name is Uncle Amiibo. I don't really understand why. I don't know what's uncle about him, but... And here we are, in all our purple glory. Next up we got Wooded Kingdom. This is probably the most technical kingdom in the run. There's a lot of kind of hard tech, but if you mess it up, you mess it up pretty badly. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Because if I do get it, it looks pretty cool. To start though, we just have to capture this bunny. Or hit this bunny, rather. Quite a bit easier than in Mario 64. And here's the first shop moon, so just gonna blow 100 coins on it, no biggie. And we already have 200, so we don't need any more coins, unless I die. When you die in this game, you lose 10 coins instead of having lives. But I probably won't die. Let's hope. I accidentally rolled one extra time there, so that's gonna mess up my timing. I know this part of the game has frame drops, which can be annoying. Just this one little section. I don't know what this guy's supposed to be. Wait, I guess he's a watermelon or something. Oh my. Whoops. This is not how that's supposed to go. This is sewer. This is pretty difficult. It's very easy to get hurt here. So I'm gonna shut up and concentrate. Alright, we're good. Also, yeah, this kingdom has the best music in the game. We did a return jump there, so if you jump the moment Cappy returns to you, you do a little spin and get a little extra height, which we need to make that. We'll come back for that. Got a cool little roll on the wall here, just to get some momentum. Alright, this next jump is the hardest. Yeah, I'll give it a couple tries if I don't get it first. Otherwise we have to take the path of shame. Oh boy. Oh, that sucks. Alright, we have to take the death. Depending on where you fall in this kingdom, you can actually enter deep woods, which would be really bad. So dying is actually the better alternative there. RIP. Alright. One more try. The tricky part is there's this little mound on the ground there, which will eat my momentum if I touch it, so it's a really tight turn. We got it that time. But we messed up the triple jump, because of course we did. Last stretchy boy here. This guy can be uncooperative. We've got to get him to get around this ceiling here. Alright, he actually worked with us. Normally he doesn't. Just a little boss fight here. This is Spirit. Oh, okay. Sometimes he hurts you there, usually he doesn't. So that's just kind of unlucky. And hopefully we can time this cap just right. We did not. He can get 2 hits at once with proper timing. Oh, this is not good. That's fine, we'll get another shot at that boss fight. Yeah, we actually skipped the UFO. It doesn't come till later. But the actual boss of this kingdom is this little flower-sucking UFO, but we're not concerned about him. And yeah, we made it through. A little shaky on that jump, but at least I got to show it off. Up next we got Cloud Kingdom, which is pretty much just a boss fight. So yeah, we're gonna face off with Bowser here for the first time. And after this cutscene that's about to play, I need to hustle over there real quick. Long jump got 8. That sucks. You can catch his hat there before he throws it, and it saves quite a bit of time, but we're just gonna have to slow walk it. There we go. It's supposed to look like that, but I'm not cool enough. For this last hit, we're gonna use some iframes to avoid getting hit by his hat. And he's done. In the cutscene there, he destroys our ship, so we're crash landed here. And there's a bird on this island that'll steal our hat if we go the normal way. So we've got to go around. So that does not happen. Otherwise it's going to take a lot of time to get that hat back. Oh, okay. I guess that wasn't a vault, that was just a normal jump. Yeah, you only get 1 jump off your hat for every time you leave the ground. Otherwise, you could just do it forever. Alright, I'm gonna try some strats here. It's pretty difficult, but hopefully. Oh, that works. Not usually how that's done, but it works. And then we need to not die here. Cool. Oh! Okay, we almost got rainbow spin. So what happened there was, if you try to jump or wall jump at the same time that Cappy comes back to you, you'll do a rainbow spin instead, which can screw you over if you really need to wall jump. But luckily we didn't fall. Up next you got Metro. This is by far the longest kingdom. It's got 2 phases. So first up is Night, which is probably the hardest part. Gonna do some fancy jump. Oh, we messed it up. I don't know why it's eating my wall jump. There we go, jeez. That is not that hard. Oof, indeed. That is definitely an oof moment. Next up, City Hall. This isn't too hard. But if we fall all the way back down. We should be positioned right to jump this gap here. Yeah. Alright. And we actually need to tag this checkpoint here, because we're going to fast travel to it. And now we got the second hardest boss in the game. This guy's a bit RNG with what pattern he does. So hopefully he gives us a good one. Yeah, this first phase is not a problem. And then we're just going to sit in the corner here so that he travels from wall to wall as fast as possible. And we're going to go sit in the other corner for the same reason. And then come out the corner here and drag him back in. Alright, wish me luck. Alright, this should be fine. Alright, cool. So if you don't 2-cycle in there, it's a pretty big time loss. Like 20-30 seconds or so. Oh, we made it. So there's one half down, got the other half still. This half starts out with a pretty difficult trick, but after that it's pretty smooth sailing. So we're gonna have our hat hover there just for a second while we run and get this, and then we're gonna use a homing attack to capture that lightning. And now we have the dreaded scoop clip. Alright, cool, we got our first try. But normally you're going to capture a little RC car and slide under the little gap at the bottom of that thing to get that move. But you can use motion controls in the scooter to clip Mario's head in there to grab the move instead. Just talk to our buddy here. Used a roll cancel there to turn the corner as fast as possible. And now we're going to fast travel to that checkpoint we tagged earlier. I'm going to be smart and not trust the dive of faith here. So we're going to take this a little slow just to make sure I don't fall. It's a nice convenient setup for reaching the top of that. Alright, we're going to try and roll off the railing here. Alright, we good? We're going to have to do that one more time. And that just lets us maintain our momentum as we fall. Alright, cool. That sucks. Sometimes that happens. It depends on which way the people toss you. Nope. Whoops. There's a trash can there. We don't ask questions about the lifelike people. They're just kind of doing their thing. We've got Pauline here, who is awkwardly not lifelike, unlike all of her citizens. But she's asking us to find some musicians for her for the town parade. We're gonna find 2. We're supposed to find 4. She can do the rest herself. This is O-Tip. He's named that because he says O-Tip. And we're done here. That's probably the second hardest kingdom in the game, just because there's a bunch of kinda difficult tricks. Gotta get a nice break after that though with Snow Kingdom. Nothing too difficult here. Just gotta sit through this cutscene for the 10th time. No biggie. I actually almost went off the edge there. That's gonna mess up my jump timing, but that's fine. We got Captain Toad, who is unfortunately blocked. He's there though. Alright, rest of the moons are in this village. And we do buy our second shop moon here, right now. So we have more than enough coins. Whoops. Sometimes you select the wrong thing, because you're dumb. Alright, that wall jump can be a little finicky. The geometry on that wall is weird, and sometimes when you wall jump you actually get sent down instead of up, which obviously does not work out too well. But that didn't happen. Ooh, okay. Messed up the rollout at the start, so we're gonna miss this. Normally you want to ride that platform so that he gives you all the momentum you need to reach up here. Hopefully the Spinies cooperate. Of course, we have some trouble students. Alright, get out. That room was really slow. Pretty much everything went wrong. Now if you ground pound down a pipe, okay, normally you get sucked down faster, but not that time. We'll try again with this next pipe. But first we have to assemble the Goomba stack. So there's a little button up there that says 4. Which means we need 4 Goombas. Okay, this... Alright, that was a little sketchy. There we go. That's what the ground pound down the pipe is supposed to look like. And that's our last moon for here. moving along pretty nicely. Next up, we'll be at Seaside, which is another easy kingdom. I guess just the water-based kingdoms are nice and relaxing in this game. So most of this kingdom will be its pit in the water, but we do have a little bit of jumping to do here, right at the start. You'll notice I threw my hat against the wall before wall jumping there. Whenever you throw your hat, Mario actually gets a little bit of height. So that just helps make sure we get enough height to make that jump up to the top. This section we're supposed to do with the capture, but we can just jump up here instead. Normally, you'll have your cap there so you don't have to fall all the way down. But oh well. And we're going underwater. I have to rejet with this guy for a little bit. More cheap swimming. Yay. This is definitely the most exciting part of the game. So yeah, you'll notice that the hitboxes are pretty generous when it comes to the cheap attacks. So we can hit that nice and early. And we're done. Not a terribly eventful kingdom, but that's okay. It's a nice break for what's coming up. From here we've got Luncheon, which is another pretty difficult kingdom. And then we have the end of the game. Well, the final couple end of the game kingdoms. Luncheon is the last normal level. Alright, we got a tricky jump right at the beginning. Hopefully I get it. Should be good. Oh, okay, barely made that. Oh, okay. That sucks. So yeah, you'll see we're hurt and we're getting a moon, so we're gonna get an extra animation here. So that's a waste of time. We get to fight Spirit again. Hopefully I do a little better this time. Nope. Alright, one more try to get this cool tech. Oh, it's over. That's fine. Got a fancy little jump across this gap here. And then this next moon is going to be in a box behind that building with the tomatoes. So you're not going to be able to tell, but we're going to tag it. Whoops. Now we might be a little low to collect this. Oh no, we're good. Alright, for this next one we're going to angle the camera down. And we do that because we want to keep this lava bubble up here off screen as long as possible, so that we can gather this, and then by the time we get it, he's going to be coming up over here. He only starts swimming once he appears on screen, so we can kind of manipulate when he starts doing so by just keeping him off camera. That jump could be tricky there. Got another tricky jump right here. Alright, we made it. It looks easier than it is. But you need enough momentum and the right positioning to be able to snag the corner of that lava there and get the jump. Next we've got another difference from previous versions. They patched a little clip you could do to avoid having to break this cheese. But yeah, we can clip into that box that the moon's in. But we have to break it. Not a huge deal. It only saves about 5 seconds or so. Almost jumped into the lava. Oh, that might be trouble. Okay. Next we've got kind of a boss fight. I guess it counts as a boss fight. But you just jump up here and walk away. Unfortunately, Capita chose to target the door there instead of the globe. He can have a mind of his own sometimes. Next up, the game turns into Dark Souls for 5 minutes. And you'll see what I mean right about now. Unfortunately, there's just a single boss here and nothing else to do. We do get to fight a dragon. And by fight, I mean levitate in this corner. And then we're gonna damage boost through the electricity here. And just do that 2 more times. And we're done. Again, the bosses in here really don't get a chance to do anything in the speedrun. There's only a couple that are tough. It's actually harder to grab that moon than it is to defeat the dragon. Up next, we got the Fake Out, last kingdom of the game. We've actually got one more after this, but they don't tell you that. You'll notice once I get started here, I don't have the usual moon counter in the top left, but I actually do need a certain number of moons to get out of here. So I'll be collecting some extras. Again, sometimes there's raindrops here that can mess up that jump and almost kill me. Yeah, you can see the frames are really bad here. Alright, for this section we gotta get 5 little moon shards. Pretty Mario Galaxy-esque. And we're done. At the end of this kingdom, we do have the hardest boss in the game, by the way. So hopefully that doesn't go too terribly. It is a really cool boss fight, if I do it correctly. But we'll talk about that when we get there. First we got to do a little mini boss section. Harriet here. This is probably the hardest of the solo brutals. Still not terribly challenging. Yeah, this is why it's just challenging. It's just a bit of a tight timing to hit those back, and you have to get the right angle. Now we're just fighting Topper again. It's a little more challenging this time. A little more, not much. Get this last moon here. Oh no. Oh, this is trouble. Okay. It's very easy to jump too far down the wall there, like that. Luckily we didn't die. Okay, that works. Alright, and it's boss time. So you see Bowser there, but we're actually going to fight Mecha Brutal, which is this abomination. And we just got to pop these bubbles. And hopefully not fall back down. The hard part's over. We've got one more tricky pop to do, and then the last one's pretty free. We missed it. Oh, that sucks. We're just gonna have to wait around now. Okay. Of course. That's just kind of unlucky. It depends on which way he's facing to determine whether or not you can get up there quickly. There we go. Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna play this safe. Actually, I can't play it too safe because... oh, jeez. As I said, hardest boss in the game for sure. I blew it. But that'll wrap up Bowser's. And now we have the real last level of the game. After this extremely long cutscene. So the world record for this game would have finished a minute ago, but that's okay. We'll be doing just fine. Here we're blasting off to the moon. Don't ask how they can breathe, they just can. So we've got low gravity here, so we move a little bit slower, but we can jump a little bit further. Got that jump. Do we get the second jump? No, no we don't. We do get the flowers though. This should be good. Alright, I played it safe. It is possible to bonk right on the edge there and just fall to your death. This is moon skip. Normally you have to do like a really elaborate 5-minute section to get up here. But if I do it correctly, which I did not, we can just wall jump up here. This should be good. Yeah. Last fight was Bowser here. It's the exact same as the first one. With a couple more tail spins. And some fire breathing in the middle. Just have to stand here, nothing I can do. Very hard boss. Oh yeah, we did have to get rid of the LilAggy outfit. That is unavoidable. As soon as you go to the moon, you change into your wedding outfit. But it was good while it lasted. Again, we're going to damage boost for the last hit. And we got the escape sequence now, as Bowser. It's pretty nifty, I guess. Gonna have to time this triple jump. Oh, we messed it up. I accidentally double jumped approaching it, which made what should have been the first jump of that next triple actually the triple of the last one. So that's kind of silly. We've got a 2D section here. There's a little tiny time save called 2D skip. We're gonna go for it. If I mess it up, I die. But I didn't mess it up. It's not a terribly hard jump, but it is nerve-wracking because it's right at the end and you will definitely lose the run if you miss it. Last room of the game. Just gotta break the pillars. Can't get the triple jumps today, I guess. Alright. We're gonna break this and then we're gonna break the cube. And time will be as soon as we shoot out of this last little lightning bolt thing. And time.
I have 110.26.
Yep, I got 110.35. Sorry, I forgot to say when I started. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I started a little late for you, so that's makes sense. But you know, still good run.
Yeah.
Well under estimate.
Yeah, that was fun. Hope you
Yeah.
guys liked it.
And thanks for showing up to run this.
Yep. My pleasure.
So, yeah, no problem. So next up we have Contra Rebirth by Linkemeister. There is a bid war going on for that. Currently we don't have any bid wars, donations towards it. It's the character choice for Contra Rebirth. There's 4 options there, so if you want any particular character played, you can just donate any amount towards any of the 4 options. If there aren't any, he'll just choose the one he wants, so feel free to make a donation if you want a choice. Thanks again for that. I think we're just going to jump to intermission now and get the next run set up.